One of the hardest areas hit along that path, Linwood, Kansas. Look at the damage we caught last year in the aftermath of that storm. This morning, we are revisiting one of the families from that area we introduced you to on this day last year.
41 Action News reporter Charlie Keegan joins us live from Linwood. Charlie, we just showed video from last year, and I remember you were standing in that same home because I can remember the Power Wheels tractor that was in that person's house right behind you. How is rebuilding going? What challenges are still ahead for that family?
You've got a very good memory, Taylor. Yeah, this is a house here of the McLaren family. You can see it's still under construction right now, about a year later, as they are working to rebuild their new home. They decided to kind of start from scratch and build a whole new foundation here to put their new house on top of. And really, I had a chance to meet Aaron McLaren here on this property on this day last year, and he was recovering some items like Hot Wheel cars and, like you mentioned, that Power Wheel kind of tractors and for his toys for his kids. But he says he's so eager to start making some new memories in his new house here in the not too distant future.
That's the bathroom over there.
Aaron McLaren can already see the layout.
Your bedroom will be upstairs.
Even if it's a little harder for his 13-year-old son to visualize. Last year, the only thing in his vision was destruction. A couch in the backyard, beams shooting out of walls. The National Weather Service said the tornado, which passed McLaren's house, brought with it 170-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And life hasn't slowed down since.
It seems like so long ago. I mean, I lost my mom to cancer shortly after the tornado. We had a new baby.
McLaren said contractors and architects are balancing multiple jobs, which is why his house isn't done yet. They've had no issues with insurance. In the meantime, though, McLaren has finished his new barn.
The community's been real supportive. There's a lot of people out there to help out and go in the right direction and get things done for you. It's just everything you can overcome.
And that community is part of the reason McLaren wanted to rebuild here. He said he's more of a country boy than a city slicker anyway.
It's nice being out here when it's 6 o'clock at night and the sun's going down and it's nice and peaceful and quiet.
So even with a few raindrops on the camera lens, McLaren is looking toward a sunny and bright future. I know we all could wish for a sunny and bright day today as the rain continues to fall here in Linwood, Kansas. Aaron, who we just heard from, says he hopes to have this house here behind me all done by April of next year. And in the meantime, Taylor, he's staying at a rental property in Shawnee that's the insurance company is actually paying for. So he's got that taken care of in the meantime.
That's good to hear. Charlie, whenever we see storms like this, and I remember watching this a year ago, one of the first questions those of us that didn't live through it or just watching the news images of is where do you start? You look around at the devastation and go, okay, what would my first move be? Obviously, a million things they had to do. What were some of the challenges they faced as they get to where they are now?
Yeah, Aaron said he would do things a little bit differently if it ever happened again, but of course hopeful that there's never a tornado that rips his house off its foundation again. One of the things that he didn't expect to run into was just to find storage space. He came back to his house to try and salvage some items after the tornado went through, but then he had nowhere to put those items, so finding storage was one of the very early on hurdles that he found until he was able to move into that rental home. Taylor?
Just one thing that you don't really think about in the midst of all that, and then all of a sudden people are having to deal with that very mundane thing. Charlie Keegan reporting live for us in a very rainy Linwood this morning. But Charlie, thank you very much.